This is Irontrader. It is Sunday night, so we're going to review crude oil here and natural gas. This video is for information purposes only, not a recommendation to buy Sunday stock commodity ETF. Please like, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Okay, here we have crude oil, a daily chart. We'll take a look at that first, then we'll take a look here at a weekly, okay? So here we have the old daily. Now, again, we had this good rise here. Came all the way down here to 66.33, and it went as high here as 78.46. Now, remember, this here was that war premium and that hurricane situation. Now, the hurricane is absolutely terrible. People have to rebuild there. If I was down there, I'd be the first one to help them out. No question about it. But what it didn't really affect the oil and the gas facilities in a very, very minor way. Okay, so when that there gets relieved, then obviously crude oil comes off. Another thing is the war. Israel has not really retaliated. They have, but they have not attacked any facilities. Okay, and that's the thing is these oil facilities is what they need to do if you're going to have crude oil rise up. Plus, we have seasonality here for crude. It's just not seasonality. Now, a couple of things I want to show you. So we had this double top situation, and then we had that series of lower highs kind of a situation here. Now, what we had here, you had this double top right into that 200-day, okay, double top into that 100-day, double top into this 200-day, another double top in this 200-day, and now look what's happening here into this 100 SMA here, okay? See this? Now, look at today's candle, okay? So Friday, what we did is we made a low of 74.53, and look at today, we've made another lower low of 74.33, okay? So let's just take a look at the downside here first. So obviously you want to look at today's low so far. That's 74.33. But again, the market's only been open a half an hour here, so you got plenty. And then what you want to do is you want to look at the bottom of this candle. You're looking at 73.26, and then your key level is going to be this 72.72 level. And then right below that here, we have this 21-day here at 71.90. Now, these are going to be very, very key support here if this does sell all the way on down. And then if that's lost, we can look to the bottom of this candle at that 71.53 level. Then we can do is we just follow the candles, keep going all the way on down. But again, let's just see here, because usually the 50-day and the 21-day provide pretty good support levels here. Now, upside, this is what you've got to get it back above and close back above this. Okay, this is your 8-day simple moving average. That is sitting at 74.80. That's going to be very, very key. And then what we'll do is if we can get above that 74.80, then what we're looking here is that 100-day at that 75.95 level. That's going to be key. And then we can come over here to the top of this candle at 76.24. And then obviously we're looking for that 77.33. That is your 200-day, and then your big retest up there at that 78.46. Now, again, if there's some kind of a facility or something that, that war is not over, it doesn't seem like in the Middle East it's ever over, okay, and anything kind of that would be this, like attacking the kind of facility, it could crack right above here very, very easily. So let's just look at the upside. So look at that price channel at that 78.46. That's the top of that candle. If you can get above that, here's your next level. It's going to be 79.10, and then we'll come up top of this candle is at 80.16 level, okay? And then what you do is you just keep rising the candles up. You got 81.34, you got 82.27, and then we'll bring that price channel across. You have 83.10, we bring the other price channel across here. You got 83.74, and then we have your big retest at 84.52. I always like to show you where it can possibly go, but again, you got a lot of resistance. You have to close above the 100-day, the 200-day, and obviously above this key price channel there, sitting right there at 78.46. Downside here, basically just watch the bottom of this candle. That's going to be key, 73.42, and then that 50-day, that's going to be very, very crucial. On a closing basis, you need to hold that 72.72, and you need to hold this 21-day. But if you just look to the past, where you had them double top situations into those resistant areas, just like we have here, we got to see how this is all going to shake out, if it can come down lower, and is it going to hold that 50-day and that 21-day. Now, RSI here, not really telling us much. It's just kind of rolling over. 55, that could roll right back up. Your green is still over your red here, so this is still shows that momentum's there to the upside, which obviously it is. But again, you got to hold that key 8 SMA here. Again, it's very early, so we got to see how this is going to shake out. All right, let's take a look here now on a weekly chart. Okay, here we have crude oil here on a 2-year weekly chart, okay? So you can see that big target up there at 95.03 here if you can bust out. Now, if you look at here at the upper end, we'll take a look at the upside here first. You got a lot of big resistance here. You see this 21 SMA here? Okay, you're sitting at 75.75. And then right above it, you have that 50-day at 76.76. Okay. And then we have that 100-day here sitting at 77.51. And then you can come all the way up here to that 79.23 level. Okay, very, this is that big retest that we had, that 78.46. And this is just right above it at that 79.23. So there's a lot of resistance up here. So unless there's some kind of a disruption, some kind of a catalyst here, you got a lot of resistance. You got the 21-day, the 50-day, the 100-day, and the 200-day simple moving average here. So you got a lot of. So last week here, what we had, this was like an indecision candle. Okay, see where you made a high, you made a low, and it kind of finished right in the middle. So this is just like an indecision candle. So we got to see how this is all going to shake out. So what you really want to do is just watch that 21-day on the upside, that 50-day, okay, that's 76.76, and then we want to watch that 77.51, and then that's what we're going to be watching here on the upside. On the downside, everything's going to be based on this 71.92. You need to close here by the end of the week, which is Friday. You need to close at that 71.92 here, okay, to keep this thing looking bullish. If you can't, then this can go sideways to down very easily. Now, here's your RSI here. It looks like it wants a pinch here, but it did not go above, okay? That green did not go above. You're just sitting here sideways action, so we got to see how this is all going to shake out. So when you look at this chart here, look at that overall, so you can see them series, okay, which I never like. You see where you have a high, a lower high, and a lower high. See, that's never good, okay? You never want to see that. That's not bullish, okay? So if you put a trend line all the way on down here, you can see where you're below the trend line. That's not bullish. You want it just the opposite. But again, this time frame like this, I just think right now the market is very, very well supplied. And seasonality is in play here. If it doesn't pan out with the wars, looks like the hurricane didn't really do any kind of a disruption. So again, just trade the range. You know what I'm saying? So if you start losing these key levels here, like the 8-day or like we did on the daily chart here, then what you want to do is go short. Okay, it's very easy to go short with I use SCO. It's very, very easy. UCO for the long. Okay, very, very easy. In, out, in, out. Okay, so trade the range, never have an opinion. Okay, let's take a look here now at natural gas. Okay, here we have natural gas, your daily chart. Now, this is not really panning out here to look anything. Actually, it's looking pretty ugly, I could say it is. Because what we did is we had this really nice run up here above that 8 SMA. See when you get above that 8 SMA? Very, very nice. See how that green goes above? Then you have a nice, once that rolls over there, see how that green crossed over that red? That shows, momentum there to the downside. Okay, that's never really good. And now you can see here where you got a lot of resistance. Now, again, I don't know what kind of winter they're talking. If you look at the Farmer's Almanac, or you're looking at this, you're looking at that, nothing's really adding up here to have a big disruption, a real cold winter, and that kind of a nonsense. Okay, so it's not really adding up here as far as a natural gas kind of a situation. But it's hard to believe natural gas is going to stay down in this $2 area here. Okay, so let's look at the downside here first. So as far as today, we had a low at 2.58 level here. Okay, so if you come right across here to the bottom of this candle here is basically 2.58. So your next level here on the downside, you just watch here is going to be 2.56. We look to the bottom of this candle here, 2.53, and then we'll look to the top here at 2.46. And then what we do is we'll look to the bottom of this candle at basically 2.45, and then we have this 100-day. That's going to be very, very key support if it gets down there. Not saying it will, but I like to show you where it's going to go. 2.43, and then we have the 50-day below that here, all the way down to 2.368 level, okay? Now, upside here, well, what you want to watch here is you want to watch Friday's low, okay? So you're looking at 2.61, and then right here is this 21-day at 2.66. And then we can come over to the top of this candle here. You're looking at 2.7. And then we have that 2.72 level right there is your 8-day, okay? But you can see here, once it got below this 8-day, it took how many days? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and now we're 6 days here below that 8-day, okay? So this is what happens when you get below that 8-day simple moving average. You're just fighting it the whole way until you can crack above it, okay? But again, we need a catalyst here to take this bad boy back up here. But right now, there's no disruption. There's nothing. There wasn't anything like in a Gulf or anything. So there really isn't anything. So what you're depending on now is some kind of a cold weather or something on that to give it some kind of a catalyst. But usually crude oil and natural gas, I should say, is bullish, okay, from September all the way through the second week of December. And then obviously crude oil is just the opposite kind of a situation. But again, this is why we trade the chart. So again, just watch here this key 2.58 level. Then we just follow the candles down here all the way down, 5, 6. You got 5.3, and then we just follow it all the way down here until we can come down to this 100-day. If it gets there, that's going to be your big target at 2.43. Upside, this 21-day is everything, okay? You have to get back above that, and you have to get above that 8 SMA. Now, you can see here where this 8 SMA is going to roll over. Now, again, if it rolls below that 21-day, like we had here, perfect example, well, say goodnight, Irene, because that's where she's going to go. She's going to go down until you can get right back up again. Okay, so this 8-day is very, very strong. And if you cross that 21-day, very, very tough. Now, again, if we can get above that 2.72, then we just follow these candles. See what you have here? Okay, then we just look here, right at all these candles. Okay, so your next level there is going to be 2.78. That's what you're going to be looking for. Then we're going to be looking right here at top of this candle, 2.83, and then we go 2.87. Then we have 2.9, and then we can just go right up here. You got 3 flat, and then we have come up here 3.019. Again, I like to show you where it could possibly go, but you have to smack that 21-day, and you got to smack above that 8-day. If you're not, you're going to go sideways to down. Okay, so watch that 8-day, trade the range. Don't be afraid to short it. I was long, and then I sold along there. And then what I do is I've been scalping that KOLD. I scalped it twice last week. I got nice 4 points out of that KOLD, trading 3,000 shares on the KOLD. So I'm very, very happy with that KOLD there. Let's see, did I get that 2.5 point? Actually, I got more than that. I think I got like 5 points out of that last week. I'd have to look. But anyway, don't be afraid here to scalp it down on the short side. If we start losing that 2.58, you got big targets right down here. So don't be afraid to take a short ski on it either. Now, again, if this starts rising, because this is early. If it starts rising, just watch that 21-day. If you can get above it, then you get that 8-day. Now, again, if you want to take a really balls out long, you got to close above that 8-day. Then you can have all these targets here and possible rise up. Until then, this is just a trading commodity right now. Okay, RSI looks like it's falling on down. Green below the red. Hate that situation. That's always very, very negative. Okay, so right now here, trading. That's it. It's not a buy and hold. It's not a short. It's not a long. It's just you trade this long and short here. Make money. Put it in your pocket. Okay, I'll be back tomorrow morning here, about 7 o'clock as usual. And what we'll do is we'll take a look there at the crude and natural gas, and maybe we'll throw something else in the old mix there. Now, Tesla had a very a bad week last week. It closed all the way down to 2.17 with this robo-taxi. That just, I don't know, that's all smoke and mirrors the way it looks. But watch NVIDIA stock. Now, NVIDIA is a really, really good trader. That's what I want. Now, if you want a nice basket of all the good tech stocks, TQQQ. It's a leverage ETF, but it has everything in there, even Tesla, even Costco. Okay, trade what's in front of you, not what you want.